Hey everyone, hopefully this is working. My name is Rebecca. This is my YouTube channel, the NightDreamer.Chronicles, which is basically two channels into one, which will be for cross stitching, if you're interested in the cross stitching. And then I'll have a separate playlist for all of my book stuff. So book reviews, book journaling, like the book journaling setups, wrap ups, if there's gonna be my TBR videos. So they're gonna have a lot more playlists, but they all should start with like BookTube or something. And then I have my cross stitching, which are the Flosstube episodes. And I think it's just like WIP parades, because there's not a lot going on with cross stitching videos besides doing a WIP parades and like Flosstube episodes. I don't really do like separate videos for like unboxing or on hauls and stuff like that. I usually try to do it on the episode. So, and right now I don't have a lot of sunlight, but I'm just glad it's not like facing me. It usually will like hit me. Okay, so yeah, this is part 2. Depending on how long this one is, I might squish part 2 and 3 together, because I know my full coverages, which will be on like Easy Guide Ada, those ones, there's not a lot left in those. I have a pile here, but yeah, so we'll see. And hopefully you can hear me. I have my drink. I have Amara napping. She just went down, so we should be good. Kadia is somewhere. You probably saw her in my first video. My hair's sticking up. But she's somewhere around here, either in her bed. If you hear barking, that's just because she heard something out there. Probably like way far away, but she still heard it. Yeah. Okay. So let's just get into the whips. That's what we're all here for. So like I have some of these are all like my colored fabrics and stuff, like dyed fabrics. Mostly. This one is, I put the names on these ones, so I kind of know what's in there. So this one is called It's a Mystery. This is the 2025 Mystery Sale from Fox and Rabbit. I am using pretty much flosses from Stash, because I'm going to go kind of like color coding by the months. But I only had a small part of it completed. This is on a mystery fabric that I got from Those Missing Stitches, and I believe this is a 28 count. So I only have this little corner bit done. So let me just fold that up, and then you can just see the stitching part. So yeah. And let me see. I am using for this one, this is January's, I am using the Gentle Arts Deep Sea 0930. So it's this variegated floss, and I'm using that one. I have a whole bunch of colors that I kind of pre-selected for February, March, maybe April. Probably looks like one of them might be later on. I don't know, like I kind of just going through my stash of flosses that I have and just picking out whatever I want for that month. Okay, let's go for another one. This is not yet, that'll be later. All right, we have this bag, which just says red, which is my long dog sampler. Like, yes, I have to like say that really slowly because it's like a tongue twister. And this one is, I believe, Legal High. I got more progress on it. This is on a fabric, 32 count fabric that I dyed myself. It's like a shade of red, and I got some more progress done. I don't know the last time I had it. When I do my regular like Flosstube episodes, I will probably have more data, but right now this is a WIP parade, so I'm trying to be as fast as I can, but still kind of give you as much information as I can. And I am working on my spreadsheet, so hopefully I'll be able to link that so you can see what the pattern is, who I got it from, a link to the place I got it from if it's still available, and any fabrics or flosses that I got it from. Okay, so here is that. This is my progress. And these ones I am doing 2 different kinds. I think this one is this one I believe is from this. It's from Dying for Cross Stitch. This one is the one that's on the fabric at the moment is the Rising Phoenix. So it's like maroon, a little bit purple, teal blue kind of going on. And then I have another one which is called Firebane, which I'll do another part of the pattern with. And it's this shades here. Similar in coloring, but a little bit different. And then some of the things like the back stitching and stuff, I'm going to be doing with just DMC black, 310. Okay. My dog's just staring at me like, why are you talking to yourself? She's so judgmental. I'm sorry. All right, next up is, it says Poison. And this is from, and it's something rainbow. And I just got onto their, signed up for their new Sal, which is Alice in Wonderland. So yes, I had to. But she does these cute little books. And the one I have currently is the one for, I think it's like the Poison, I want to say it's also called Poison Garden, but this is a booklet. And I am doing this on an 18 count that I just ordered, like a small little thing. I know it's a Picture of This Plus, but it's big enough for the frame. It's on 18 count. And this is my start on it. This is for the book cover. So I'm doing one part of it. So this is where that part is at currently. And I am using Pirate Robin's Imperial Purple for the part of the border. And I do have the rest of the fabric for the pages, which I think is Country Mocha or something. So all information will hopefully be available on screen if I did it. All right, we're doing another Jasmine custom bags, and this one has a lot because this is like my fancy ladies between Mira's and Bella's. And I'm not too sure how long I'm going to continue getting their patterns, just because I am not liking what I've been hearing about them from both Mirabilia's and Bella Filipinas. But I do like their patterns, so I might continue. I don't know. I'm not that judgy on people. All right, so the first one is a Mirabilia. I still have not picked this up since the last time I picked it up when I first started it, which was, I have no idea. This is on a mystery fabric that I don't remember. I know it was from Bestitch Me, but then I kind of added a teal to it to kind of match, because it was just, I think, gray. This is the Raven Queen, and I'm still right there. Yeah. Same thing with this one. This one's also a Mirabilia. This was supposed to be part of my, I think it was the leap year sale that was going on, but I just kind of haven't picked it up since then. I believe this is Blossom by Mirabilia. So, right there. And then I have Miss Cherry Blossom, also from Mirabilia. I think I was considering doing a conversion, but I was like in debate on that, because then if I did the conversion I was thinking of doing, it would not match this fabric. So I think I'm gonna just try to continue on this, but this is as much as I got on Miss Cherry Blossom. This one I believe is on a 32 count strawberry shortcake from Bestitch Me. This was just a fabric I dyed, and I think it's also 32 count. Well, it was 32 count. This is a Bella Filipina, and it's gonna be humongo, because of course. And another one I have not picked up. I haven't been really picking up any of my fancy ladies, which I kind of want to now as I look at them. And maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. But this one is Cleopatra. And this is as far as I gotten, which is part of her chair, her throne. So hopefully you're able to see something. That's like more true to color though. A little bit. This one is on The Mummy, or Mummy, something like that, from Bestitch Me. And I think it's also a 32 count. And then I have my next one, which I have actually put some more stitches in this year, I believe. This is Gaia by Bella Filipina. And I have gotten it this far. And let me show you the fabric. It's so pretty. This is called also Gaia from Bestitch Me. See? And I don't know if you can tell. I don't know. There's a little, you can see a little bit of the shimmer. I went with an opal. In ways, I kind of regret that, just because it's a little tight on the stitches, where I can feel the stitches, like feel the bumpiness of the stitches, but I'm still going with it. I'm leaving it as is. And then my last one is another one that I started but haven't gotten back to. And this one is Aquila, I believe. This is from Bella Filipina, and I think it's this way. So try to get as close as possible. There's only that much in the stitch. And this is on Fire Dancer. It's on a linen. I wanted these deep reds and oranges and yellows, more than you can get on a Lugana, since I kind of got a little bit used to doing the linen, which is good. And yes, this was on my Sailor Moon, pretty much her wands and brooches and stuff like that, because I'm also a very huge fan of Sailor Moon. There will be days you'll see me wearing my Sailor Moon shirt. Yep, I'm freaking out Kadia right now. Next up is in my Cherry Blossom bag, this was funny, is just because when I was putting my order, I had all of these. I had Sailor Moon, I had some gothy kind of things, I had Disney villains, and I picked this one up, and she's like, that's not really, like, Jasmine was like, or Jen, she's like, that's not really your style. Like, huh? I'm like, I really love cherry blossoms. My first introduction to like Korean dramas and Chinese dramas was Japanese dramas, and it was manga, anime, all that stuff. And I love whenever they showed cherry blossoms. It was like awesome. And this one houses, it looks like my Owl Force embroidery. So my first one is one of my favorites, and I did a little bit of conversion on the main swan, just because when I was doing hers, that white was starting to look yellow, so I picked that all out and decided I'm going to make her a black swan. And it's looking good to me. And this is on, I want to say 32 count periwinkle by Bestitch Me. This was a fabric of the month. And then I love this so much that you'll see in a bit. My Chatelaine Swan Lake, same fabric, just different count. This one doesn't have anything. I don't think so. I'm trying to convert and then create for my Alice Madness Returns Sal. It's pretty much taking the same elements from Alice in Wonderland Stitch Along from Owl Forest, but I'm changing it up to look like the characters from there. I got that idea from Crafty Gamey Jamie. She added elements of I think it was Kingdom Hearts, and I like that idea, so I'm like, okay, but it's slow process for me because I get busy with a lot of things, and I have to kind of look up the characters, look who I want in the project, and then convert those into a cross stitch, which I'm not the greatest of designers, so yeah. Okay, next one. That was a long ramble. This one is my Owl Force Embroideries 100 Owls, which I don't know if I'm going to continue doing it on here. I think I kind of calculated it should give me a 2-inch border if I continue it, which is fine. It's just because I have all the flosses and whatever. So this is as far as I got into on this one. Which is on this beautiful 40 count almond milk from Grace Knows Fabrics. And this one is the one I was talking about that Wizard of Oz. Wow, this is this type of Wizard of Oz. I am doing the Owl Force Embroideries Emerald City, but I'm also doing a conversion on it where I have all the flosses for it because I bought them, and then I am switching out some of the elements of it to match the movie because that's where I fell in love with it more than I read the book. It was just something that was like me and my dad, we used to any chance we got that we were able to watch it, we would watch Wizard of Oz together. So that wrote a lot of me. So I wanted to change it where, because I think on the original pattern, the Glinda, she was blonde in theirs, but I changed it to so she'll have red hair like Wizard of Oz movie, not the Wicked. And then I changed the Wicked Witch of the West on there to be green with a longer skirt and a broomstick. The Silver Slippers, which is from the book, I changed it to the movie red ruby slippers and stuff. So, but this is where I'm at. I am right here. Oh, sorry. So this is on a 32 count. Yeah, I think this is 32 count. Avocado, same as the other one, but that one is darker and this one's lighter. And that is it for this bag. It looks like I need to give the doggy a bath. Okay, and this one is in a bag that was created by a friend of mine who is in my cross-stitching group She goes by the handle on Instagram as Will Stitch for Coffee. And her name is Stephanie. I commissioned a project bag, and she makes an envelope style, which is different than my usuals, and I like it. And I am doing my other one, another nutcracker, but this one is from Soda Stitch. And I have been able to put some more progress than when I originally started with. And I don't remember the exact fabric name, but I know it's from Grace Knows Fabrics. So here's the progress. And I am shaky because like trying to hold things in the air is not easy at all. And this is cute. I'm getting somewhere with the girl. I can see the shape of the girl. This is also for my daughter, her room, whenever I clean it out. Yeah. Okay. This one I will not show because I will be picking out the stitches and doing a different villain on this fabric. So, no. And these ones I saw on Amazon. They're cute little mesh bag. And then, you know, they have handles, so good for traveling. It has another basket. And I believe I knew what this is. Ooh, it has hair in it. And I am doing, oh, this is different. This one, I am using like the conversion from Pirate Robin. I'm using her flosses. This one is for the Halloween sampler, I believe it's called, by Crochet A Go-Go. I am doing this on a 40 count Frankenstein that I got from Bestitch Me. And I have actually put some progress in this, so here is my little bit of progress. Let me see if we're gonna do this better because it has that crease. So I got some more progress on this one actually. Because when I first started, it was just this part. Now I have a skull and then part of the vines and whatever is below. Another one I would like to keep a pro. I am not a seasonal stitcher, so I will stitch this whenever, not just during Halloween season. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Alrighty. This one is in the villain queens, the top 3 villains, which is Evil Queen, Maleficent, and Ursula, the Sea Witch. Okay. And I am doing, okay. This one is, I think, by Joan Elliott. This is the Blue Geisha. If I got that name wrong, it should be on screen. This one is where I'm at. Got some good progress on this too when I had the chance. And I don't remember the name of the fabric. And I don't think I have the tag at the moment either. No. But if I do remember, if it's on, it should be on the screen. But I know it's from Bestitch Me. Okay. This one is just because it's been in like a timeout because I keep screwing up the dang castle. Like, I don't know like how, but I try to do things like really slow and I still end up there's a string that just came out. Oops, that's not good. Oh, I think it was frogging at one point. Yeah, because I keep like I said, I keep screwing it up. So I haven't gotten further on this castle, even though I try to go slow. And yes, this is like a big old blanket. Because this is the Cloud Factory Epic Storybook Princess, which is the Disney princesses. And I am doing this on a big old 40 count because I'm doing like the whole the 3 things, and the one who I'm totally impressed with what she's done, and she's went and charted her own, because she's not just doing the princesses, so you know, like Snow White, Cinderella, all them. No, she's doing as many of their favorite Disney movies, so like Dalmatians, Jungle Book, all those. And okay, so this is where I'm at, and even though it looks like I'm frogging again, like I had all of this done on this side, I had to frog it. I started over here, and then I found out something up here was, yeah, it's a lot. Like I keep messing up. And this is I'll hopefully post a picture of, this is on what I don't remember what I called it, because I know I switched out names. It used to be like Maleficent's Castle, or now it's like the Villain's Castle, something like that. Because I recharted the castle, so it's still the same amount of stitches, layout and stuff, but I switched up a bit where it now has like pretty much Maleficent's colors, which is purple and green and black. So that's my thing, because I'll be doing that with the swirls as well. But this is where it's at. Yes, I know I was rambling. Leave me alone. And this is on a beautiful, beautiful fabric from Grace Notes Fabrics called Happily Ever After. Like I said, I try to match my fabric names and colors to my projects. If I'm able to find something, I will. Like for Cleopatra, I think the called for is actually Anubis from Under the Sea Fabrics, but I liked the Mummy a little bit better, because I want to be different. Because there was like, everybody was just doing the called for. When I looked up different photos of Cleopatra, it was like only Anubis. I'm like, I want something a little bit different. And then I saw that Bestitch Me had the Mummy. I'm like, okay, I can go with that. Okay. This one is in a Kaylee tent stitch bag. I am doing Beautiful Secrets. I know it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, but for the life of me, I cannot think of the artist, so hopefully it's on screen. And this is on here. So this is, I believe, a 28 count, 2/1 tent stitch. And I got a lot more progress. And I love the fabric that came with it from Kaylee that she did for me. But it was still wasn't what I was looking for, that I wanted to match the cover. So I just kind of bought another fabric. I have the other one in like my stash. And then I just kind of played with some stuff and I came up with this. So let me see if I can show you the full thing. I like it. And there is like this purple bit right here, which is fine because it's at the border, so you ain't going to see it. But I like how I got some good stuff going. And this is, I have the full kitted product, so I don't really have to worry about flosses. I really needed to go and ask her about ordering from her again, and hopefully they came up with some stuff. I just kind of forgot all about it. All right, next one. I forgot where, I know I got it from Etsy, but I forgot who the maker of this one is, and I'm so sorry. And it doesn't have like a tag either, but it's still pretty. It's black inside. This one is housing my Make It Pink Sally. I got a little bit further on this one than when I first started, just because I also put, I got the updated file. And so when I got the updated file for Sally, I was kind of like, I was looking this against that because I only had like maybe this stuff done. And then I found out a lot of the quarter stitches that were on the original file have now become full crosses on the new file. So I just frogged and then redid it. I frogged the whole entire thing and restarted it. And this is also on a Evil Queen 36 count by Ibis Stitch Me. And I think I might be frogging this because I don't know if I want the background. I don't know if I wanted the oval, unless I could do something different. So I might be frogging that out anyways, but here it is. Yep. All right. Okay. Next up lives in here, which is the Addams Family bag. And this has pretty much anything that is an Addams Family pattern that I have, which is probably like 4 now. So let's go with my first. Sorry, I kind of moved it. My bad. So let's go ahead and do, who's this by again? Gecko Rouge. Damn, I don't know why that took me forward. This one is first is my Morticia Addams by Medusa Dollmaker. You can no longer find Medusa Dollmaker over on Gecko Rouge now. She has her own website. I believe there's a Flosstube episode on Crafty Gamey Jamie, and she lets you know where that is. I don't know if Medusa is still on Etsy, but I know she had her own website now. So pretty much, I think if you just look up Medusa Dollmaker, it should probably pop up. But this is where I'm at. I've actually gotten more stitches done in this. This is all from the kitted project that they gave me, but I am doing this 2/110 stitch. And yep, I actually did get further. First I had like maybe 1,000 something. Now I'm close to 2,000 stitches on here. Next up is Wednesday Addams, also from Medusa. I got this as a kit from them. And then I actually got further. When I first started, all I had was 60 stitches. Now I have this much going on. But I don't think I picked these up since maybe last year. I think I picked these up when we were doing like the scavenger hunt and Fandom Stitching Central, which you'll be hearing a lot from me if you're not part of that group. If you like a good challenge group that is fandom based, they are awesome. That group is so awesome. You get put in a team, you get to work, you could do weeklies, so like weekly prompts to stitch with that. You have yearly prompts. You have watches, right? Because right now we're doing musicals, so we're doing a lot of musical watching, which I actually need to do. I haven't stitched in a bit, but I need to pull out some stuff. Since all my cross stitches is actually here, and I actually think I should probably pick out some stuff, especially if I have all the flosses. So yeah, like I said, it's just setting up. All right, next up, and I am using the Called for Flosses. Let me see what's in here. It is somewhere here. I think it should be here. I don't know. It's somewhere. I gotta look to see if it's in this bag or did I put them in here? Yes. So I am doing the Wednesday Addams, or the like just Wednesday. It's like Full of Woe, I think it's called, something like that. It's from Forbidden Firework. It's a fandom stitch along that she did for when Wednesday, the first season came out, and I got on there. I bought the pattern and the flosses, so I'm using Forbidden Fabric Co. flosses, but I am using a 32 count lunar by Bestitch Me. So that's all I got. And usually I don't like doing letters, but I really love the pattern, so I went with it. And the only reason why it was taking me so long is because I was taking the pattern and recharting it so I can use like Pattern Keeper, Saga, or Markup RXP. Because for some reason her patterns weren't working on any of those programs until I had to go and put it in, rechart it myself. All right, the last one is from Tilton Crafts. I have this really sad restart because I went and redid a fabric with myself. This one is the Wednesday and Enid Christmas Tree by Tilton Crafts. This is designed by, I want to say, Daniel Kordick. So I started in the middle. So I have all the pink of that tree in the middle. And then I need to continue. So those are all my fabrics that are the Adams Family related. Sorry, I hit you guys again. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one for last. All right, this next one is an Ink Circles pattern. I believe it's called Castle Wall. And I am doing this on Devoted Dobbin by Those Missing Stitches. And this is on a 25 count Lugana. I am using Silks For You. So far I'm only using Silks For You PR 196, which is purple. And then I'm going to mix it with the PR 150 Silks For You, which is a gray, on this fabric. And I actually got a little bit more progress done on it, but yeah, it's tiny stitches, by the way, very tiny stitches. 25 count 1/1. So yeah, it's really tiny. It's super tiny. Okay, let me see. I'm looking at the time. Got it, double check. All right, this one's in my blue one. This one is one I'm going to be restarting, so you don't need to see it now. All right, next up, lives in this one. I think this one is on Banshee 40 count from Bestitch Me. This one is by Lila Studio Nevermore, and I am using my own conversion on this. So this is, oh yeah, so that the one I said for Greenhouse of Oddity, that was definitely a Banshee because it looks just like this one. And this is actually upside down. So this is where it's at. This is the whole entire fabric. So I am doing pretty much my own conversion, sorta, where I don't even know where they're at. So like for the tree, I'm using PR 212, which has these like silvery browns and whatever. I know I'm using some blackboard. I'm using some cast iron from Sampler Shaker and Sampler Threads. So yeah, I'm using a whole different conversion for this pattern. Yeah, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing DMC or whatever the call for it was. Plus I was trying to use things from Stash. Okay. Next up, which is one from last. This one is Cottage Garden Samplers. I'm probably saying that wrong. It should be on picture. This is the Halloween ad hoc run hollow. And I am doing this on a 40 count pumpkin patch from Bit to Stitch Me, and I am doing my border in these pretty variegated threads. So I got one block done. I'm doing the second block. So pretty. So I am trying to finish up all the like the first set. I want to try to finish those. And let me show you the flosses that I chose for my border. So I am using PR204, which is this pretty brown and like orange. And this other one I really love is like, this is PR211, which is brown. It has orange and it has maroon. I don't know. I think it's so pretty. And I'm using on that. All right, my last bag. And since we're at 41 minutes, I will just not put them together. I don't want it too long. All right, these are all my chatelaines. This is in my swan bag. I love it. So my first chatelaine that I have put some stitches in and got good progress on is, and I'm using as many of the called for flosses, so all the silks, and if some have NPI, some don't. So what I am doing before we get started, so for my chatelaines, I don't have a lot of money, like so I can't like really afford to buy the full entire kits. I will buy the beads. That I will do only when they have, you know, that what is it, the sales they do in like spring and I think it's like fall, they have those sales. I will try, if I have the money at the time, depending on when it is, I will get the beads that I need. But for my chatelaines, like the flosses, if it has an NA in the DMC area, I will go ahead and get the actual flosses. But if there is a DMC substitution, I will do the DMC. And right now, since we are kind of, they're still behind with Gloriana's things, I am trying to see if I can find any other shops with flosses that are similar. Because I know you can probably like convert some Glorianas into like water lilies, which has been done when those Glorianas went out of, like, not Glorianas, I think it's Silks and Threads. I think those ones, for sure, you're able to convert into water lilies. But basically, you can find a lot of different things. But most of mine, I went to an LNS way in the Bay Area where now you can only like call in for an appointment and then see what Glorianas they still had. Because right now it's back ordered by years, I think. But I do know if I like pay attention to my Facebook, some of the shops that I do follow will say, I just got in 200 plus whatever of the Glorianas. Get them while they last. So, but right now, the ones I am working on, I have all the flosses for. So I don't have to worry. I know I bought some new patterns, so I have to start thinking about when I want to try to do those, because I don't have the fabrics for them yet, so it's fine. So let's go in what I have going on, what the flosses I have. This one is the Butterfly Lace by Chatelaine. And I am doing this on a 28 count high tide. And this is as far as I've gotten to on this one. Which is pretty good. Considering it, like I haven't been stitching a lot. This one is one of my favorites. But I've redone this so many times just because I didn't like the fabric that I either dyed or was using, or the first time I did it, I didn't like how I dyed it. It was like not really what I was looking for. And then the second time I got it, I just got a regular count because by calculation it should have fit, but whatever way I started it, when I was going all the way down to the end of the page, the phoenix that's on the bottom of it was not going to be able to fit on the fabric, and I would have 0 margins on that. So I went back to Stitch Me and I got a bigger fabric. So this one is the Chinese Garden, and I am doing this on a big old fabric called Phoenix by Stitch Me. So let me fold up where I need to, and then I'll show you. And this is where I've gotten to. And I'm loving the progress I'm doing. And this has like, it is yellow, it's orange, and it's red. I love it. All right, next up is, this is also like, was a new restart. And I think when I restarted, it just stayed in the same location as my other one. Just because I am trying to chart these now into my software so that it's easier for me to read and be able to use like Markup RXP or Saga. So this is my little start on Evening in the Park. So this is as far as I got into, in the middle, diamond. Yep. I was trying to see. I think it's in the room. I have a notebook where for this one I was taking notes on it. Like, it's like my little charting book. Like, I will kind of color pencil in the pattern before I put it in there. So I kind of get I put all my notes on it. But I think that's in the room. It's not up here. And I have all my notebooks up here. Because after my cross stitching, I will be filming my book stuff. All right, my last one in here, as I mentioned earlier on the Swan Lake from Alforce and Brody, I am doing the Swan Lake Chatelaine, and I have no idea where the arrow is. I will have to find it. But I've almost completely done the middle to this. So this is where it's at. Hopefully you're able to see stuff. I'm almost done with all the specialty stitches. I believe the only thing I have left is the specialty stitches that's right here. And then I can work with the quarter stitches and then start doing the brown. So it's getting there. Page 1 is getting close. And those are all the fabrics. And that is it. That is all the projects I have on me. So this will be the end for part 2. And hopefully you will go ahead and check out part 3 once that is uploaded. And I actually film it because I'm filming this one now. So, and it is April 14th right now, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I will go ahead and see if I'm able to film the next one. so that I can have it out. But part 1 should be already uploaded. So if you haven't watched that, you should go watch the first episode. So if you made it this far, let's see, what emoji should we do today? Let's do a butterfly. Any color, if anyone, leave them. Let me know what you're stitching on. And if you have any, like, if you have any requests on what project you would like to see more progress on, leave a comment and I will put that on I kind of want to do, like, if you request a certain project, if you leave a comment in the request a project, I will put that on a wheel, and then we'll go ahead and start, like, you know, maybe I will start spinning the wheels to pick out floss tubes, all you guys' like requests. I know, I don't know how to, whatever. So yeah, if you have a request for any project you want me to work on, please leave a comment and I will go ahead and do that. And hopefully in the next video that you'll see, I will have progress on it. So yep, go ahead and leave a butterfly emoji, leave a comment. Let me know what you're working on. If it's cross stitch related, if it's crocheting, knitting, anything, or let me just know how you guys are doing. Hopefully you guys are doing great on your side of the world, city, whatnot. I don't know. But that's it for now. I will see you next time. Bye.